There's 32 out in the saving. Are you sure it was him or just someone with a green jersey? You waved like you're kind of with your hand down here. And what was that play intended? And tell us about the release.
Yeah, no, we ran in pretty much stop routes if you think about it, and kind of went off schedule. I was in the pocket, had time, didn't like the obviously initial read, and just went on scramble drill. Told him to go deep, and he did a good job kind of wheeling up and just threw him up, a 50-50 ball. He went up and made a big time catch for us. So just a really phenomenal play by him.
Were you able to see the end of that, see him actually catch the ball?
I saw him go up, saw him catch it. Obviously I can't really tell from that distance, if he completed it, all that stuff to the ground. They said it was a catch. We were about to go fast, and they said, no, it was a catch. So, yeah, I saw the initial part.
What does that do for you as a quarterback when a guy makes a catch like that, especially in that moment, a dumb catch?
No, it's big time. That's kind of how the game went. We're getting a lot of man coverage, so it ended up being a lot of kind of one-on-one plays for guys. And for Say to come in that situation, hadn't caught too many passes that whole game, and then to come in and make a big-time catch on in a crucial situation when we got to have it was big time. And I think it gave everybody a lot of juice, a lot of energy to be able to go finish that drive.
What was the discomfort in your left shoulder like after that scramble?
Yeah, it's tough. Went in, got evaluated, and figured it was good enough to come back, so came back in. But, it was definitely not fun. It's, just a small injury. So we'll reevaluate it when we get back, look at it, see what's going on. But, it's not fun.
What do they do when they take you in there, Gordon? I mean, do they x-ray it? Do they tape it up? Do they put ice on it? What are you doing going there?
Yeah, you get x-ray, get taped up, and see if it's what kind of the severity of it is and if you can come back. But it happened on the hit, lowered my shoulder, and he gave me a good pop, so, felt it right away.
How'd you do it?
What'd you feel on the play?
It was, run to the sideline and, thought I was able to make a move and didn't. So he was right there and, lowered my shoulder. Wish I, would have just went out of bounds or tried to slide right there and, got a good hit.
Did it affect you the rest of the way at all? I mean, was it tough to take a snap or anything like that?
No, it was definitely manageable. I'd say that. Something I was able to play through, but it definitely was there, but it was manageable.
You see on the touchdown to Christian?
Yeah, another play. We had one-on-one coverage. Christian kind of running a slot fade right there, and gave him another jump ball, and he went up and made a big-time catch right there, big-time play.
On a jump ball like that, I'm sure there's a placement that you want to put it, but how much of it is just the receiver's got to make a play on this, no matter what you do?
Yeah, you're seeing the one-on-one, trying to see if he's winning over the top, and I try to put it up in a place he can go make a play. Obviously, we're dealing with the wind and things like that, so I'm not trying to throw a perfect ball, just throw him one up that he can go make a play on. And he did a great job, going high pointing that ball and coming down with the catch. So that was a big-time catch by him. Christian, two phenomenal catches for touchdowns today.
What was the wind factor today? And from your sideline, which way was it blowing? It was hard to tell.
Yeah, it was hard to tell. It was kind of swirling a little bit. I think it was going more toward, pushing towards our locker room where we came in from. But yeah, it's one of those things. It's a windy day. We deal with it in Lambeau all the time. So got to find ways to make plays and try not to, let it affect some of the balls too much. But, for receivers, it's moving around a little bit. So they just got to lock in a little bit more on some of those catches. But I think guys handled it well.
Gordon, obviously it's the next man up late, but without Josh for a lot of the game, what do you guys have to do to adjust as an offense, and how do you think it works?
Yeah, I don't think you have to adjust too much. I think obviously it's tough whenever people go down, but like we always say, next man up mentality. Emmanuel Wilson came in. Obviously he's played a lot of ball, but he did a great job tonight. Just finding ways to keep going. Like I said, I don't think we changed things up much, kept going with our plan and our scheme, and he made some big-time plays in the run game. Obviously, the two-point conversion was big time, some big-time things in the pass game, and pass protection as well. So he did a great job.
And on a similar note, when you were out and Malik got that touchdown, were you able to watch it while you were getting evaluated, and what did it mean to come back into the game having that score?
Yeah, no, I came in and, I was able to, when I was in the locker room, I was able to see some of the stuff they played. They played the touchdown, so I saw that. But just a big-time job by Malik. I think it's always tough being the backup. You got to stay ready. You never know when that opportunity is going to come. And so it's tough. I've been there. But he did a great job, staying ready, coming in, leading us to a touchdown drive, doing exactly what he needed to do. It was a big-time throw. He made to Christian. He took a shot there at the end of that, too, I saw. But it's big time, and obviously everybody has a lot of respect, a lot of confidence in Malik whenever he has to come in. So just a big-time job by him.
I don't know if you can tell when a day this windy, especially when you lose Josh, but do you feel like when you see the plays being made out there that you guys are getting closer to being where you want to be as an offense?
Definitely. I think when you look at it, we'll go back and look at the film, but there's still so many more plays we could have made that would really, change the outcome of this game, in all three phases. So you look at that, but I think at the same time, we made a lot of big-time plays as well, and that's what's kept us in the game and was able to, have us get a win at the end. But always stuff to clean up, always stuff to improve on, but definitely, made some big-time plays, obviously scored the right amount of points. I think that's something that we challenged ourselves to find ways to get in the end zone, and we did that. So definitely a great job by everybody, and just got to keep improving and find ways to get better.
Is that a reference to the fact that you guys have scored 27 in 5 of your wins now?
Yeah, that's a crazy stat. You look at it, scoring 27 points, but like I said, I guess that's the right number.
What do you think this does for the team, no matter how ugly it was, no matter, if they were 2-8 coming in, but just after how the last couple weeks had gone for you guys?
Yeah, it's exactly what we needed. We came in with the mindset, it's going to be a game, it's going to, whatever it takes, we got to find a way to go get a win and get us back on track. So, like you said, it's never going to be pretty, man. It's the NFL. You got to find ways to go win these games, and obviously was a close one, came down to the end, but we stayed together, and guys just found ways to keep making plays all the way to the fourth quarter. But it's something that's going to, I think, help us, propel us into next week.
Was Emmanuel even in your progression at all on the 2-point conversion? Where he's that total scramble player?
No, he was. He's in my progression. He's kind of the last guy in my progression, and I think they did a good job kind of covering our initial read and everything kind of clamped up, and O-line did a good job straining, giving me time, and E did a good job just kind of continuing on that route and making a big-time catch right there.
Running in your mind at all? It looked like it was clearing out a little bit. Did you see that? Or?
Yeah, I was looking to kind of find a lane, and that's when E popped right into my vision, so gave him a ball. But, I don't know if I would have been able to make it in there. I think they did a good job containing with their rush. But, good job by E right there.
Romeo's made a bunch of big catches for you guys this season, but for whether it's him or anybody else, when guys are dropping passes like they did today, do you say anything to them, or is it just forget it, I'm going back to him like they didn't even drop it?
Yeah, I tell guys all the time, next play. Obviously it's unfortunate. Obviously he's trying to go out there and make the catch, and sometimes it's not going to be perfect. So it's just that mindset of the next play. Stay confident. The ball's going to keep coming your way, and if you move on and go make that next play, it'll be easy to forget about it.
How do you like not let that stuff bother you? I mean, when you put the ball in the right spot and a guy doesn't catch it, like, how does it not bother you?
Yeah, it's obviously frustrating, but it's a team sport, man. It takes everybody out there making plays, and you just got to stay confident in these guys. And I always stay confident with my guys that we'll find ways to make the next play. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect. You want to make every play. Sometimes it doesn't go right. Sometimes I'll throw an interception, have a turnover, and I got to have that same mindset to be able to flush it, move on, and the opportunities are going to keep coming. So you got to go make that next one.
Jordan, were any of the low snaps and stuff the result of the wind, or is Sean still figuring out, how to be a shotgun snapper?
No, I think it's a little bit of both. I think obviously, something we just got to keep getting more reps with Sean, and he's been doing a great job. But things like that might happen. But I do think the wind was playing a little part in some of those shotgun snaps for sure. So something we'll take a look at, keep improving on. But I think other than that, he did a great job.
Thanks, Jordan.
Thank you, guys.
Ooh. Put this down here. All right. Obviously, just extremely happy with the win. We definitely didn't make it easy on ourselves, but bottom line is we overcame a lot of adversity and found a way, and that's sometimes what it takes in this league. And so we'll celebrate it tonight and move on to the Vikings tomorrow.
How concerned are you about Josh's knee injury?
I think anytime a player doesn't, especially of his magnitude, but anytime a player doesn't finish a game, you're always concerned about the welfare of them.
Matt, what did you think of just how Malik came in?
No, that was huge. We don't win that game without Malik, and I can't say enough great things about Malik Willis. He's a great competitor. He's so calm. I mean, just he was in there in some critical situations. We had some third downs. We called the zone read, and he uses his legs, which it was kind of when your starting quarterback is out, and then you have your backup in there, and you call a zone read, you're a little bit concerned about that in that moment, just because you can't have anything happen to him. So, but he made a lot of plays in the game, and obviously, we don't win that game without him.
What are your thoughts about every once in a while taking your quarterback off the field and having a package of plays for him, for Willis to come in?
It's certainly up for discussion. I mean, it's just hard to want to take your quarterback off the field. So, I know there was some game plans last year where we had a 2 QB package, and who knows, maybe we'll see that come back.
Did you feel like that kind of gave you a jolt, just to change the pace and something that the defense isn't ready for necessarily?
I think, but we've played enough football with Malik Willis where, we feel like we can run our whole offense. Like, I didn't feel like we had to deviate at all from the game plan. Matter of fact, that exact play we had in for Jordan. So it's not like we deviated from the plan at all.
How bad was the wind, and which way was it blowing relative
That's
to
a
your
great question,
sideline?
Pete. I still don't know which way the wind was blowing. I mean, it was all over the place. I knew when I woke up this morning, I looked outside and I saw the flags, and they were just straight as an arrow. I was like, oh, okay. It's going to be a windy day. I thought they did a good job by taking or when they won the toss to take the ball. That's exactly what we were going to do, to try to play for the win in the fourth. But I still don't know how much of an impact that truly had, because it was kind of swirling. It felt like it was mostly blowing towards our sideline. But it was certainly a factor in some of those situations.
What do you think of the way Jordan played today?
It was so gritty and tough. He was under duress, it felt like, quite a bit, and I thought he did a really nice job of just giving guys opportunity to make plays. Certainly had a lot of drops today that we were able to obviously overcome, but just the mentality, because when you hear your quarterbacks in the locker room, that's not a great feeling. And for his ability to come back and play the way he did, I was really proud of him.
What was going through your mind with all the drops, not just on offense, but arguably probably 4 on defense?
What are you talking about, Pete? Yeah, I mean, I thought there was plenty of opportunities in the game to kind of like build a little bit of a lead, and we didn't make plays. We didn't make those plays, unfortunately.
Christian kind of struggled with drops a couple years ago, but the last 2 years he's been really good catching the ball. How much improvement have you seen from him in that regard?
A ton, a lot. And he made 2 critical. I mean, both those touchdown catches were amazing catches by him. I can't say enough about the guy. Just the type of teammate he is, how he works on a daily basis. I got a lot of love for Christian Watson.
Why'd you keep Malik Heath home?
I'm just going to keep that between our team. It's just one of those decisions. But I will say this about Malik. I think he's definitely a valued member of our team. He's put in a lot of good work for us, and I look forward to seeing him tomorrow.
How much was the wind a factor in the kicking game for the extra points? Was either of those misses because of the wind?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a kicker, but it's certainly. I think it was impactful, but the bottom line is, and we experience this quite often on our practice facility where it is windy, and ultimately you got to find a way.
You okay with the kickoff in the end zone? Were you trying to do that at the end there? And how's McManus, how's this looking for him?
I think it was one of those deals where he kicked 2 days in a row, and I think that's a little bit abnormal, and it was just a byproduct of playing on Monday night. Wanted to kick him twice this week and came in with some quad tightness. So I think it's more day-to-day than anything.
Man, I know the defense had a hard time, obviously, getting off the field on certain ones. You talked about the missed opportunities with the picks. Just that the 4th down in the red zone where Micah and McDuffie get the sack there, just with what the defense was doing out there.
Yeah, it was huge. It was huge. Anytime because they did a really good job of, I would say, staying patient. It's not like they had a bunch of chunk plays. They were staying in third and manageable situations, and they were converting. And then, obviously, a lot of times they were converting on 4th down as well. And so, just obviously, I'm really relieved that when we needed a play at the end of the game, that we got one.
What was your view as I think it was the 3rd and 10, the scramble drill to Savion, as that was going down, and just how big of a play was that?
What a play by Savion Williams. I love that Jordan bought time. Sometimes that's what it takes in this league, and I can't say enough. I mean, Savion's been battling through. He's had a little bit of an ankle, and he's been battling through. And, I mean, quite honestly, when I watch him throughout the course of practice, I'm like, I'm sure this guy can play, but he is as tough as they come.
Yeah, I think he got off the bus in a walking boot. Was that just to keep as much pressure as possible off?
Yeah, he's been pretty much in that on a daily basis. That's why I'm like, matter of fact, I woke up this morning and went down to breakfast, and I saw him in the walking boot, and I was like, it's not every day you see your starting returner in a walking boot and expect him to go play in a game. So I think that just speaks. Obviously, he's safe from a medical standpoint, but it's just a pain tolerance issue, and I would say he's got a pretty high tolerance.
Is the jumbo package doing anything for you? What do you think of it?
Yeah, I think DK's done a really nice job. It's going to be a week-to-week thing, but I really like what he's provided for us.
So how important to get just you had lost 2 in a row, just to get a win no matter how it happens?
Yeah, I think that's ultimately really. Like I said, we'll enjoy it tonight, but we know what we have in front of us. Obviously, a division rival that beat us twice last year, and a home game where the last 2 times at home have come up short. So we're going to have our hands full, and we know it's going to be another probably 60-minute, 4-quarter battle, and we're going to have to get healthy, recover, and put the work in order to go out there and play our best football.
That's good.
Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a great night.